Alright, this is going to be a video, some updates, some different information, about Season 2, and some information we need to be aware of, I guess you could say, with the Alliance itself. Mainly, it is shields. So we'll go ahead and talk about Season 2 first. Let's see. In my Season 2 video I made, the first one, I was talking about Francis's shop here, and I didn't realize there was a timer on this for it resets, every 5 days, I think it is, or 6 days. But right now, I can't get any more obsidian, and I did buy some compasses, etc., etc. But if you want to, because like I said, it was Season 2. I think we're only we were like a day maybe or 2 days into the event. But what you want to do first is get all your obsidian that you can, and then you can come in here and you can get pickaxes, and not this, but pickaxes and the compass. What the compass does is when you go over here to the buried treasure, so you usually have like a bunch of these portals down here. When you do all your portals, you can click up here on the compass and it will open a new portal for you, and then you can open it up and do your thing, etc., etc., and then you can actually get more rewards, more obsidian. That's because I can't remember, I think it's 60,000 obsidian, I can't remember. So that's an updated information. Go ahead and just buy the pickaxes as you need them, and then the compasses, do that as you need them too, etc., etc. Let's see, what else was there? It's the building queue. If you haven't bought it yet, I'm thinking about buying it, because I'll show you here in a second, because this game's really starting to piss me off. So if you don't have this, I would buy it. The reason for that is the other day, well, my morning of today's morning, whatever, a while ago today, I think we had up to like 10 enemies here, and they were just plundering anybody. I mean, if you're on the screen right now, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. They were just plundering everybody, and then they ended up finding, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he wasn't bubbled, and he had a ton of resources, and they came here. Like I said, I'm pretty sure at one time there was like 9 or 10 people here of the enemy, and they just cleaned them out, and then they cleaned everybody else out. So I actually went to their hive, and I just started randomly hitting bases, etc., etc., try to get them out of here. And it is what it is. I got some distraction, but it started a big ordeal, and of course, they said it was my fault because they're being greedy shits. But anywho, but yeah, so like I said, I had left here and I went to Misfits to heal, because it was like I said, it was really early for me, and not a lot of people were on here. So when I left the Alliance, it pulled all my obelisk and my holy altars. I probably have spaces down here. You can see them where they used to be. But so if I click on my button over here, it says placeable, etc., etc., for my obelisk and my holy altars. Well, if I click on it, if I go to place it, I can't, because they won't let you place something that you've already built unless you have an open slot for building, which is dumb. I actually messaged them and I said, why do I need a building slot to replace something on the ground that I've already built? So that's what I was saying. If you haven't bought the extra queue yet, and you have the money to do that, I would do it, because the only way I can do this now to put my obelisk back down and get my curse resistance back, because I don't have any right now, is to use speed ups on one of these things. Because like I said, my curse resistance right now is 0, because they are not on the ground. And I know at reset, Queen wants to take this level 2 over here. But I won't be able to help because my curse resistance is 0. So I would try to fight that, and I would like instantly lose. Let's see, what else was there? Yeah, I don't know if you noticed or not. I don't know if a lot of people have. Maybe some people have. If I was to, you see now I'm in a bubble. But if I was to, let's just, whoever this is right here. If I was to scout him right now, that would pop my bubble. It wasn't like that before, but they updated the game. And now that if you're under a bubble and you scout people, or was it that way before? Yeah, okay, it was that way before. Yeah, sorry, it was that way before, but now instead of just popping the bubble, and then you can do your scouting and stuff, then you can go back under your bubble. Now you have to wait the 15 minutes for Frenzy because scouting now activates Frenzy. And I actually did that the other day. I wasn't thinking, and I was scouting people, was under my bubble, and then I got the little notification on the side of my screen over there that I was getting scouted myself. I was like, what the hell? And I was like, ah, shit, I forgot, popped my bubble, Frenzy. So some people reinforced me, and I sat here and waited the 15 minutes, and then I re-shielded. Let's see, what else was there? Trying to think. I should have wrote this down on paper. The one thing, this is really, I guess it is kind of an update. So with, do we even have any up? These worms, they take a lot to kill right now. Because we have a lot of not as strong players, which is fine. I'm not upset about that. We're all growing, et cetera, et cetera. And these things are 20 energy per, like a boomer. And, if you kill these, you get the little sand chests on the ground, et cetera, et cetera. And that's great. But I find that people are just seeing these worms, because I thought there was 2 of them around here. I think D actually killed one, doing some rallies. But, killing them is fine. But what I am seeing is we are just killing these to kill these, to get rid of them. Which is, like I said, it's okay if we need the chests. So right now, I can't get any more chests because there's a stupid limit of 20 per day, and these drop 5 chests per, I believe. So if you if you already have your 20 chests per day, and you see a worm over here, this worm is doing absolutely nothing. He's just sitting there, think he's cool, just leave him be. But if you don't have your 20 chests, and you look around the hive, you just say, okay, let's say you don't see any chests here. Just pretend those chests you see aren't here. Then, kill the worm. So that's another thing too. If you do need your 20 chests, collect these chests. There's 3. Let's see. There's 4. There's 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. So there's at least 9 chests just in there. Collect those chests, and then what you can do is you go over here to the world chat for us, and if you scroll up a little bit, I just seen it a little bit somewhere. Where was it? Yeah, see, right here. He posted sand chests because there are so many people killing these worms. These chests accumulate everywhere. See, right there's 3 more. There's there's 6 more there. If you just there's 3 more. So you can actually get all 20 of your chests just by going to other alliances. Let's see, where's another alliance at? Let's see, here's SD probably. I don't know. I don't see them there. That's us. Where the hell is everybody at? I don't know, but you get the idea. Just find other people's hives, and then I can see right here's one. There's probably chest laying in here too. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, there's one, there's two, there's three. So just look for those chests. And the point of this being is because I am finding a lot of people aren't doing as many boomers as we used to do. And that is going to hurt us in the long run. See, D just did one. But, along with these worms, we also have to do the new zombies and the giant zombie. And these are fine too. Kill them, once you unlock one, kill it, go to the next one, kill it, go to the next one, and then kill it, and then come over here, do your giant zombie, and kill it. Then don't kill anymore, because, as you've seen the rewards, once you kill like a giant zombie, let's see, because here's one I haven't done yet. It's a 19, but if I go back here and do this other giant zombie again, look at the rewards. It's total trash. But if you go to even like a level 10 boomer, you get way better rewards. And resources are going to be kind of hard to get, I guess, right now. Just for the simple fact is nobody's running the boomers. Usually when you do, you log in for the day, blah blah. You can do, I haven't even been able to join, 50 of them yet. So, and that's another thing too. When you do these sand crushers, you don't really get the good rewards either. That you get the sand chests or whatever, but that's really about it. So I see a lot of people, just wasting energy on those. So basically, like I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is, come in, log in for the day or whatever, blah blah. If you see the chest, start collecting the chest. Check world chat. Check other hives. Try to get your 20 chests. If you can't get them all, and you see a worm over here, start a rally or whatever, blah blah blah. Or if you see one of the curlied up worms, thought there was one over here somewhere. But, the curlied ones, like the snarers, those are easier to kill. They take less energy. You can kill that. I think it drops 4 chests, I think it is. And then after that, and if you don't have any more giant zombies, if you haven't unlocked a new one yet, if you can't beat it yet, or even the zombies, if you can't do that yet, start doing the boomers. Just come in here and start doing the boomers. I don't know how to do there, but I took Victor out earlier. But just start doing boomers, because as you've seen, we usually, most people, unless you got your auto join on, it's only a few hours before reset, and I'm not even halfway there. Just simply because people aren't doing the boomers, and we need to start doing the boomers. Like I said, it's for resources. You get a lot of resources there. So that's that. Like I said, get your chests. Don't worry about the worms. If you see somebody running a rally on the worm, join them or whatever. That's the discovery reward, but yeah. Right now, just get your chest, whatever, blah blah. I hope you get the idea of what I'm trying to say. We need to start doing more boomers. Let's see, trying to think, what else was there? I can't think of anything right now, so we're going to talk about shields. And like I said, if you're on the screen right now and you're not shielded, it's just, I'm not trying to, out you, but people can see, we can see it, just looking at the alliance, Some people did shield, many have shield, like right here, look. I know she's active. She plays daily. Like here's that worm. It only takes 5. So yeah, send a couple things over there, blah blah, etc. etc. But I know she's active. I know he's active, or she. I can't remember. Well, they're active normally. A lot of these people are daily players. They hop on a few times a day, etc. etc. There are some people that I have actually tagged, and they have shielded. And then just some people just plain and simply do not shield. So, like I said, what we need to start doing is we always put up these markers right here. And I always try to misspell the word for you guys, shield, because I'm an idiot. But we usually do a countdown. If we remember, we usually try to put it up on like Wednesday, like 2 days before Enemy Buster starts. It'll say in 72 hours you need to shield for 24 hours. And though we might update it later, it'll say, in 36 hours you need to shield for 24 hours, blah blah. And then usually within a few hours of reset, we'll put markers up there in 40 minutes, or in 20 minutes, in 15 minutes, in 10 minutes you need to shield. But you need to pay attention to these, because I know when I put markers up, or another R4. Here, I'll put one up. I forget how to do it here. So we'll just use this, and we'll say, someone move here, please. So I put that up there, confirm, and right there, you see where it just popped up that R4 tag next to the 4, underneath the hands? Everybody gets that. So if you're clicking on that, it says right here, someone move here, please. And you can actually click on it, blah, blah. You can actually read it, what it says, blah, blah. And what we need to do is we need to shield at like 5 minutes till reset, or 3 minutes till reset, or just like a few seconds after reset. But I know the issue is like a lot of these people were shielded, but the problem was they were using 8-hour shields. And that's where it becomes an issue. So if you go to the Alliance shop, you can see right here, it doesn't say it right now because I already have it. This is the 24-hour shield. And it costs 20,000 Alliance coins. And then here's your 8-hour shields. And if you don't know how to get Alliance coins, it's simple. It's just basically clicking a button. Right here it says Alliance text. You click on it. You find the one with the thumb on it. You open it up. And it says donate right here. Just hold it down. And I just made coins. Let's see. I can't remember how long it actually takes to reset. So right here, it looks like it said like 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I will get one more donation. I think. I don't know. If I remember, I'll try to come back here in a second. Well, that's all you do. And so, since that thumb is on here, I actually get, what? So do you. I'll get 50 plus 10 coins. So that's 60 coins. So every time I donate, that's 60 coins. And if you're if you got a bunch of gems and rubies, you can actually do this too. You can actually use these, but I wouldn't suggest that. But yeah, so yeah, it's easy to get the 20,000 coins. It's super easy. But with Ava versus that event is, every week, you want to donate and you want to make sure you get 20,000 coins, and then come here and buy this. As soon as you get the 20,000 coins, buy it. And then when the day comes, when Ava rolls around, where the heck's my thing at? You click on your base, click on shield, click on Peace Shield, and instead of buying one, you could actually buy one for 1,000 gems, but I would click on here, it would say 24-hour P shield activated, blah blah blah, and then it would be protected. You wouldn't have to worry about it. You can log off for the rest of the day if you wanted to, and you would be protected. Now you're sitting there thinking, Candy Jar, what the hell does it matter if I shield or not? It's my resources, it's my troops. I mean, what does it matter to you? Well, it does matter to us, because a lot of the time, our enemy Ava will come here and attack our people for points. If you remember my last video about the Ava getting points, you see these bigger points down here at the bottom? That's killing each other. So if we go to their place, which I can't do now, if you go over here and you click on that, etc., it would take you to their hive, and you kill them over there. So if you're not bubbled, they can come over here and say, they can attack any of these people, and mainly what they're doing is they're looking for resources. They're not actually here to kill us, etc. I mean, they are, but they're not, because we had the people that are actually here for the all those like 9 or 10 people that were here. They were actually from a different alliance, and what they were doing, and they were coming here farming resources. They were collecting resources. I know. Let's see. Who got hit? I know Busra, I don't know how to pronounce their name. They got hit hard, emptied out, and so did he. He got emptied out hard too. Like I said, he's the one that they were mainly after. He must have had a ton of resources, and I guarantee he doesn't have shit now. Now, although that does affect you, you lose resources. You got a bunch of injured troops now. Your hospital's full. You got a bunch of people in the emergency center, etc. Well, you know what? It takes resources to heal those people, heal your troops. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you know, you go down here, this is the hospital. So just to heal, my few little troops I have here, it's 25,000 wood, 25,000 iron, and 25,000 electricity. Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot, but if you got a hospital that has 16, 17, or even 20,000 in there, that's not good. And then, the rest go to the emergency center. As you can see, I have 23,000 in there right now. I've done some healing, but the emergency center takes a ton of resources. See if I can just get this. Okay. So if I wanted to do the rest of the 6 days and 3 hours of healing for these, it would take a shit ton of resources. A shit ton. And you can see as I slide these bars down, so right there, see, so roughly 1 day of healing, that is how many resources you will need just to heal 3,300 troops. 3,300. And you can see how many it takes to actually do them all. So that's all the resources you would need just to heal some troops up. So instead of trying to do, a big chunk of them, I'll come down here and I'll do like, I don't know, 8 hours or so. And right there, I mean, that's 9.5 million per. So it takes a lot of resources. And then, like I was saying too, since we are an alliance, we are a team. Let's say, whoever, if somebody was unbubbled, whatever, blah blah. Let's see, like, I don't know how to say his name, but say somebody came over here and ported behind him or her, and they were going to attack him. I'm going to send the reinforcements. I'm going to do this, blah blah, and I'm going to sit there and reinforce them. But see what this does to me. This gives me injured troops, and I want to avoid getting injured troops to save resources. So that's how it affects everybody else too. Because I hate to say it, but we are kind of wasting resources when the simple solution, the easy solution to this whole issue is to read these markers and just read them and follow them. I know there is a translate button on them. I mean, it's not going to translate from now. And just shield at the right time. And like I said, use the 24-hour shields. And this whole issue of people coming here, see right there's one right there. It seemed like the same guy, I'm not sure. But it will stop these people coming here and stealing your resources, killing off your troops. And, we're trying to, help you by reinforcing you. And in return, we might win against that attack. But then again, we also get injured troops along with your injured troops, etc., etc., etc. And I know a lot of people can't get on here right at reset, blah, 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 and that's totally fine. So, if it's like getting late where you're at, and say your reset for you is like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 a.m. Because, I think for Queen, where the hell is she? Where the hell am I? Yeah, reset for Queen is 4 a.m. So I know when she logs off, she will actually, I think she pops a 24-hour shield, and then she'll let that run. And then towards the end of the day, when that shield's about ready to expire, I'm pretty sure she just pops an 8-hour shield. So, and you actually get, some free shields too. It does take a while to regenerate them. So right here, so I think it's every 7 days, you get 1 shield for free, which is kind of lame. But, it is what it is. So basically, too, if you don't know, go to your backpack. I don't have any. But usually right up in the second row or so, you'll see coins, like silver coins. Those are Alliance coins. So use those coins. Maybe I can get some out of here. I doubt it. Nope. But yeah, those are our Alliance coins in here. So if you have them, use them. And let me get in this chest. Yes, it's like the shadow chest, I think they're called. But yeah. So yeah, I think that's basically about it. Like I said, we're doing good as a whole. We're actually winning in Ava. I'm pretty sure we're going to win the rest of this. So that'll be a good win for us. Like I said, we're growing good. I know a lot of people are getting up to 27, which is awesome. But yeah, with the, I can't remember exactly when it is coming up. I know it's fairly soon. We are going to have 3 new resources to collect. So we already have iron, and we have electricity, and wood to collect now. I don't even see the wood. So on top of that, we're going to be adding obsidian. We're going to be adding copper, and we are going to be adding cactus. And all 3 of those need to be collected. So, if you might only have 3 marches to send out, so what are you going to do? You just going to collect those? Well, yeah, you probably will. But then again, you won't be able, you will be able to. But look, upgrading buildings and stuff, you're going to run out of resources. And that's all there is to it. You're just going to you're going to run out of resources. So that kind of circles back down to, do your boomers. Just do them. See, I'm already out of energy. I can use that. I'm going to save it. But yeah, do boomers. Be mindful when doing worms. Only do the worms if you see the worms. Like I said, once the worms come up out of the ground, they're not going to do anything. They'll collect, and we might be able to only be able to get so many that spawn at once. So I'm not sure. But yeah, if you don't kill them, they're not going to do anything. They're just going to sit there and flop around. And I'm pretty sure that's about it. That's the only thing I can really think of. I don't think there was anything else. I went over to see. Yeah, went over to the shop. Go ahead and buy pickaxes and stuff. For the obsidian. These compasses are nice too. They're kind of expensive, not too bad. Like I said, they're 40 shells, and the pickaxes are 5. They actually went down in price, I think. I'm not really sure. But yeah, mainly, get your obsidian first, get all that, exchanged out first, and then you can start buying the pickaxes and the compasses. I mean, I wouldn't go hog wild because you only get so many buried treasures per week. And then the compasses, the compass will actually give you a new one, a new shrine. But other than that, I think that's about it. If you have any questions, just DM me or ask in chat or just ask somebody else. I mean, just whatever. But like I said, the biggest issue right now is we are using the wrong shields. We are shielding, we're just using the wrong ones. So yeah, use that 24-hour shield, set it, forget it. You don't have to worry about, getting attacked, losing your resources, or nothing like that. So, any questions, just ask, and that's it for now. Later.